All right, so today we're going to work on the scarf. So what we're going to do first is use burnt umber and titanium buff just to establish the shape of the scarf, the way it folds. There's not a lot of difference in the values in the original and the reference. Value is very, very small, very not small, not too big of difference in value. So let's just take a medium tone. Oh, looks like chocolate.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put it here like that. I'm using a flat brush or a bright. So I'm not painting, I'm painting each one of the folds separately. I'm not painting the whole thing in one stroke. This will allow me to still be able to see how it looks. And then what I'll do is increase the light and the darks in here. The light and dark. So this way, once it's done, all I have to do is add the pattern and it's done. Okay, so this is good. This is good value, good mid-tone. So now I'm going to take a round brush and put a bit more of the burnt umber. So we're keeping it very simple. Burnt umber and titanium buff. And I'm just going to go in here with the burnt umber. Okay, and maybe over here a little bit, not much. We're going to be putting eventually the pattern. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do right now is take titanium buff. What's happening? Who's
All from Blueberry. All from Blueberry. All from Blueberry.
okay? I think Sula's getting a phone call because she's not there. Okay, so now let's take the highlight. So this is titanium buff with a bit of the burnt umber, and I'm going to highlight the part that's higher. Of course, I have to adjust the value because this is acrylics, it dries darker. But this is good, it's working. Okay, all right. Let's take a bit of more titanium buff. You know that saying that there's a saying that says value does all the work and color takes the credit.
Interesting. Good one.
It's true though. Okay. Something like that. Now we're going to start by using color. So this is the part where I'm putting, this is the part where the scarf, I'm putting the off-white part of the scarf. Okay. Cadmium red medium. And a bit of black.
Ivory black?
Ivory black, yep. Now, do you want me to pause for a minute so you can do that? Yes? No? You don't care? Okay, ladies, I think I'm going to pause for a minute just so you can catch up. Okay, so now let's work on putting some pattern and color on this scarf. So I have here red, cadmium red medium and black, and titanium buff, burnt umber. So what I did is I took burnt umber, mixed it with cadmium red medium. So I'm using the main color of the scarf, which is burnt umber and titanium buff, and I took I'm taking titanium buff and putting it in there, in here too. So I have a kind of a brownish red. A brownish red.
I lost you there. It's brown and red?
Yes. So what I did first is you take your burnt umber, you mix it with your red.
Oh, burnt umber.
Burnt umber and red. And then you add titanium buff. Because you don't want to use a dark red. It's not that dark in there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So now with a round brush, soft, I'm just going to dab the color in. And I'm going to dab the color on this side as well. Let's make that line narrower. Color on this side.
Can you zoom in?
More? Okay.
Maybe get your magnifying glass.
Okay, is this good? That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of the brown, just put it here. Now, where do I have another more dark red in here? So this brownish color, it has red in it because I took brown from here, put it in this mixture, and I'm just going to darken this part a little bit because it goes in. Now, there is a just gonna try to get this going the right way. This a little bit here. That's dark. We're not glazing. We're just I'm putting dark where I see it. Where I see dark, I'm adding dark in there. Dark red. All right, I think it's enough with the dark red. I'm just going to take titanium buff, put it in this mixture of red and brown. So I'm highlighting the red. I'm going to go back to titanium buff for a minute with burnt umber, touch of burnt umber in it. And I'm just going to fix this little line in here. Okay. Now, take brown, add titanium buff to the brown, and let's take these two colors and try to put a bit of that in here. Now, this is the top part where you can see the scarf is higher. But the bottom where it turns in is right here. This continues, but darker. The pattern continues in, but it's darker. So I'm taking brown only, and I'm putting it at the bottom here. Oop. Let's see. Right there. All right. Same here. And kind of same on this side right here, which is not it's not very dark. I'm going to go back to the dark red. It's red and burnt umber. And I'm going to go in and put a bit of that scarf color in this area here. Now I can take black, titanium buff, tiny bit of touch of burnt umber, very, very small amount of burnt umber, just to turn the black, I'm sorry here, I'm mixing just to turn the black into the black and titanium buff, because black and titanium buff, actually it's a good color. It's not a, it will work. That will work. Even without putting brown in it, it will work. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm kind of dabbing. Well, that needs to go darker. So I'm gonna put a bit of more of the black and just go in here. It's drying darker, so I'm softening this. This is titanium buff and brown. Titanium buff and brown. And I'm just gonna put a soft dark brown. Well, it's not really dark, but you know, it's just kind of in here. All right, we don't want to spend too much time on this. titanium buff and brown. One more time, a little bit more titanium buff. And let's make it look like it's turning, if we can. This is very, very small. This is a very small area to make it look like it's turning. But let's try a bit. And let's try here. Again, it's acrylics. It's really hard to have a very soft transition. You know, with folds, there is no sharp line with folds, with fabric. It's more of a very soft transition where the fabric turns. So you'll see it more, I'll explain more with the coat. You'll see it more with the coat because with folds, between dark and light, there is no sharp line. There's a very soft transition. But let's see for now, let's see if I can just bring this, give it a bit of a detail. Okay, I'm going to pause. Right, now for the coat. I'm using cadmium red medium and black. This is ivory black or any black and cadmium red medium. So I'm going to go to a medium tone. And I still want this to be dark. I don't want it to be highlighted yet. I'm just going from dark to medium tone. And I'm keeping an eye on the reference. Now, again, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it just gives me a good guideline of what to do and where to put the colors. Now, with folds, the trick with folds is no sharp line. No sharp line between light and dark, between the values. So if you have dark and then you want to highlight, you want to do the, show the fold, I'm going to go from, let's say, take this black and red, and I'm going to put it here. Now, to get to the highlight part, the part that's light, I'm going to take medium tone. So I'm adding more red into my black. And I'm going to put the line, the highlight in here. This is medium. In between the dark part and the medium, this line should, because it's still, the paint is still wet, I'm kind of mixing it, blending it. Because once it's dry, it's very hard. You will see a sharp line. And this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to see a sharp line. Okay, so I'm going to show you now with the highlight. I'm going to take more red mixed with that black, and I'm going to put the highlight, okay? So I'm going to take this, go like that, And then wipe my brush a bit with the corner of, turn my brush around with the corner of my brush. Blend. This way, I'm not going to get a sharp line, hopefully. I have a very soft transition from light to dark. Now, this is going to dry darker, which is fine, because I can do that one more time. I can put a stronger highlight. So from dark, medium, light. Let's do this one more time. I have to be very careful when I'm using wet paint, wet acrylic, because acrylics lift if the underneath layer is still wet and you paint over it. All right, I'm going to do this. And I get this soft transition from dark to medium to light. Now I can push that more if I want more highlight by using cadmium red light, mixing it with cadmium red medium, but I don't think so. I think we're okay. Now again, now I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm going to start from the highlight and softly, very soft, push my red in, leaving some of the dark showing in there. So this dark right here is not dark enough, and that's okay. I'm going to take a bit of black mixed with my red, and I'm going to go in a little bit more. Corner of my brush. Okay, now again, black, cadmium red medium. Let's see. Okay. This part of the coat is a little bit different. This shape. And also, if you darken the color next to the highlight will look lighter. I'm not worried about the background because I can always fix it and work from negative painting to clean the coat, to clean the bottom of the coat. Let's highlight it a bit. And you see now when I'm doing this, I try to be, I try to work fast, but, not really too fast, because I need those two colors to be wet so I can go in between and soften this line. Right, one more. The ones inside are not very, the pleats, folds inside are not are softer. You don't see them that much. You see a bit. But there's kind of darker shadow right here. There. Now, at this point, what I do is I take brown brush. Let's take that one. Brown brush. Take some dark, some black, and add some little bit of red in my black. Just enhance the darker part here. This is where this bag is casting more shadow in here, especially where the folds, where it goes in. Again, a little bit of, let's mix them. Mix black and red, and then go over. Yeah, you can see in the reference, it's really dark in here, where the bag hits the coat. Strong shadows in there. But of course, I don't want to use only black, and it doesn't look good. I'm kind of mixing both colors together. It's more like a glaze in there. Now, like I mentioned before, if I find that this needs to be highlighted more, then I will go to I will mix cadmium red medium and cadmium red light. This coat is going dark, lower and lower. It's okay. I'll push it up when I do the background. Okay, I'm going to try with cadmium red medium only and see if I can get a good highlight without using cadmium red medium, red light, sorry. Oh yeah, that's not bad. I'm getting a nice highlight. Do you have a cold?
I don't know. Maybe allergy.
Allergies?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a bit. so you can see it better. I'm just adjusting right now the value, because you know with acrylics it dries darker, so you need to keep on adjusting the values. Yeah, that's better. Much, much better. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, it works. It's working. Oh, it looks like folds.
Alive.
So, you know, you want to keep an eye on the shape of the fold as well. So,
Yeah.
you know, when this one here is larger, a bit larger, the fold, not the it's the fold itself, it's the shadow is kind of like this. So, you know, that's another thing that you want to keep an eye on, the shape of the fold. They're not all the same, going the same direction. This is going this way, this is going this way. So it's much more interesting if they're going in different directions. If they're going straight, all of them in the same direction, it's boring. Okay. I'll send you a picture of this one tomorrow.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, I'll send you a picture.
And the scarf a little bit. The scarf is a little bit
Okay. It's tricky?
tricky. The colors, yes, the colors are getting a little bit dark. So
okay. I'll send you a close-up of the scarf.
Yes, the scarf and the folded.
Yeah.
If you have time.
No, of course. I'll do it the same way. I'll send you the link to the video and a picture. Okay. So, and I really want to do this kind of background with you. So
yes.
we'll do
the next time.
Yeah, next time we'll do the background and we'll do the top part.
Well, it is 9:14, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Leon, are you gonna send us the reference
For the background?
for the background?
Yes. I'll send you a couple. That I think are interesting. I mean, really, if you go to my Pinterest board and just, if you can do that, because I have a lot more in there.
But that doesn't come out. I tried 3 times and I can't find it.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause. Okay, so this is what we managed to do this week, the scarf and the bottom part of the coat. Next week we'll do the background and the sleeves, and we'll work on the boots. That's it. The project will be done. So we'll see if next week we can finish it.